So many of you have asked for some more cooking videos, so I am going to try to deliver on that. So tonight I'm making our homemade tomato bisque. My daughters love this. They call it carrot soup, and it freezes really well for going in the freezer, and then I put it in these little tiny containers. Pull it out, put it in their lunches, and then it's thawed out by lunchtime for them. It is a really simple, easy recipe. It uses some canned stuff, some fresh stuff. So I've got going in my pot over here. I'll show that to you in a minute. It looks and smells so good when I make this. But it is 2 cloves of garlic, diced up. I actually use the stuff in the squeeze bottle that you can get in the vegetable section at the grocery store. I can't stand the way garlic smells in my hands, so I just use that stuff. So it's minced garlic. So 2 cloves, and then I did 1 carrot, and I peeled it and then just chopped it and diced it. 1 celery stick and 1 small onion diced up. That's what's going in that pot with a quarter cup of butter, and it is just kind of getting going and softening. So this is what we've got going on right now. So these are those ingredients. They're just kind of working together, getting soft. You can find this recipe. I've got it on the blog under recipe collection at www.rockfishfarm.com. Next I'm adding 5 leaves of basil. I don't even need to chop this because we're going to put all of this into the blender when it's done. So I'm going to let that kind of wilt in there a little bit. All right, next I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of flour. And I'm just putting it in here in this cup. And I'm just going to sprinkle that in there, and then give that a stir. This is going to thicken the soup. Okay, couple more ingredients into the pot here. So first up is 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes. Make sure that you use the fire roasted, not regular diced tomatoes, because the fire roasted has so much more flavor. It really changes when you use the fire roasted. So fire roasted tomatoes right into the pot. And then we need 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And then 4 cups of chicken broth. All right, and then 3 tablespoons of sugar. And last, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. All right, I'm going to show you what this looks like in the pot. All right, here's what we've got going on. All that is in the pot. We're going to stir this up. I am going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to low, cover it, and simmer it for about 15 minutes. It's looking good. All right, I like to stir it every 5-7 minutes or so. That way everything doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pan. But just kind of watch it, let it boil, bring it down, keep it stirred. All right, it is looking good. These veggies are nice and soft, and I've removed the lid, and I've turned off the stove. I'm actually gonna let this sit here for a few minutes and just let all the steam escape. Next up, we're gonna put it into the blender and blend it down to like a tomato soup. So if you're putting that into your blender super, super hot, you're gonna have it explode all over your kitchen. So let it cool and chill out for just a little bit. All right, next step is to blend the soup. So I've taken it out of the pot and I've put it into a separate bowl because once I blend it little by little, I'm gonna go back and dump it back into that pot because I've got one more ingredient to add to it to make it a bisque. So one thing to remember is to only fill up your blender about halfway or your kitchen will be wearing this because it is still pretty hot even after leaving it to sit for just a little bit. So what you want to do this whole thing, this whole bowl, and you just want to blend it down. You can put it down to any consistency that you want. I like it kind of thick and chunky. I don't like it super, super smooth, but I get a lot of the big chunks out of it because my kids love this, but kids don't love chunks. So we take it pretty far down, but I'll show you. So thick, but not chunky. That's what we're at. So here it is, back in the pot. It is so, so pretty. I love this stuff. Next, one last ingredient. It is a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. And we will give this a stir. Thanks for watching. See you all soon.